Hey guys, what's up? Ian here, and this is my first impression, quick unboxing and graph measurements of this AFUL Performer 5. This is a 1DD plus 4BA IEM, so 1 plus 4 equals 5, so Performer 5. Now, before I begin, I'd like to thank Hi-Fi Go for sending this to me and making this video possible. As usual, I'm very thankful for them after so many years, and but guys, rest assured that whatever I say in this video is my own opinion. This video is not scripted, and Hi-Fi Go will be watching this video together with you guys. Okay, so AFUL Performer 5. Now, at the time of filming this video, I don't know when it's going to be launched. It's not available yet. I don't know the price of this, but I've been told that this will be launched sometime on Black Friday, around there, which is the 24th of November 2022. So for those of you who are interested, please check out Hi-Fi Go's website on that day itself. So as usual, I will open this up, go through the specifications, the accessories, and then I'll measure this with my measuring rig, show you guys the graph of it, and then I'll listen to this for the first time. And while I'm listening to it, I'll let you guys know my sound impression of this. But please note that this is not my full review. After this video, I will listen to this a bit more, and then I'll make another video at a later date. Okay, now this video will be timestamped, so for those of you who wish to skip around, please feel free to do so. Alright, so let's begin. As first, let's remove the plastic of this so that we don't get that glare. Okay. Right, so this is there's a lot of Chinese here, but there is 3 lines of English. So Performer 5. Performer 5 is a 4BA 1DD. It's got this RLC. Okay, I can't read Chinese, but okay. So essentially, right? So basically, this shell. This is a very special shell. It's 3D printed by Envision Tech. It's got medical grade ultra precision 3D printing, right? So this entire shell itself, right, is 3D printed, and if you look at the internal tubes, they are also 3D printed. Okay, so let me just flash this slide which was sent to me by them. So you can see, right, the base tube, the mid base tube, the treble filter, the base filter, the fish mount type nozzle, and that part there is all 3D printed. Okay, so by this Envision Tech medical grade type of 3D printing lah. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's a very special, in top of the line type of 3D printing lah. Okay, yeah, so let's take a look at the back here, which has got the specs. So let's just, oh, and there's a graph here, so maybe later I'll just compare the graph. And then there is this specs, so let's just go through it. Now, the impedance is 35 ohms, the sensitivity is 110, and the frequency response is 5 to 35,000 hertz. Okay, and this is a 2-pin. My Chinese is not very good lah, so please forgive me for that. And let's open this up. And ooh, nice. Okay, so there's a pull tab. I like pull tabs. Nothing on this pull tab. It's just the foam. And this is the IM itself. Let's not touch that one. Let's take a look at the accessories. Let's remove the foam. Okay, it's got a box. And what else is this? What is this? There should be something here. There's a 3D cutout of something here. I don't know what this is, but it's not there, I think. Yeah, there should be something here, but it's not there. Okay, all right, so let's put the box one side first. So I believe this is the user guide, manual and stuff. So yep, it is. And the QC check. So let's put that one side. Let's see what's inside this case. So this case is a hard case, and I think it's PVP. I don't know. PTP. I don't know. This is just plastic lah. A harder type of plastic. It's not metal. Feels like, yeah. And then on the inside is lined with fabric here as well. And this is the cable. So cable is, ooh, this is a 8-core cable. Okay, so 8-core cable, and it's got 2 color tone to it. some kind of silver and green, or is it brown? Yeah, right. So it's terminated with a 3.5 headphone jack with the AFUL printing logo printed on it, and then you have your Y splitter, okay, which is metal sleeve, and then you have your chain slider, which is a metal ring, okay, and the cable branches out to the ear hooks. This ear hook is kind of soft, pretty good, very nice, okay, and it's got 2-pin connector here with a metal sleeve as well. Okay, so cable wise, right, is pretty okay, pretty good. I can feel that it will not tangle very easily, okay, but you know, yeah, well, it's a pretty unique cable lah. I mean, it's got two-tone color to it, that's pretty much it, and it's not sticky, it's not grippy, so pretty okay cable lah. I can foresee that this is not gonna stick to my shirt. Right, so that is for the cable. Let's take a look at the ear tips. So ear tips, let's see, you have, I think, yeah, 6 sets of ear tips, 2 different types if I'm not wrong, but they seem to look pretty similar. Let's take them out and see if they are different. Let's take the center one. So yeah, actually they are pretty similar, not much difference in terms of the inner bore. Okay, yeah, it looks the same to me. I don't see any difference. And the color itself, this one is red and this one is blue, so if I'm not wrong, it should be red is for right, blue is for left. I mean, that's the color coding which I've always been taught for audio. Yeah, so ear tips, right, I find that it's pretty okay. It's quite a sturdy ear tip, okay, and it's pretty hard. The flange is a little bit on the domey side, tall type of dome, and it's got, yeah, a bit short, okay, it's tall and short type of dome lah, and it's quite stiff, so it's not those flimsy type of ear tips. Right, so I'll try the ear tips later. Now let's take a look at the IEM themselves, and this is the AFUL Performer 5, and looking at the shell, right, it's not see-through, okay, so this is acrylic, I think. Yeah, this is, I think, spray painted lah, okay. The outer coating, it should be clear, crystal clear coating on the outside, and this whole thing, as I mentioned, right, it's 3D printed, okay, and ooh, look at the nozzle. So this is like a fish mouth type of nozzle, but yeah, let's talk about the faceplate first lah. This is a very nice faceplate. It's got some design in it, and the word AFUL in there. So yeah, it's a pretty nice faceplate. This faceplate is kind of small. I find that it's kind of small. It's not a very big IEM, okay. It's kind of, well, medium size to small size type of IEM. And on the inner side, inner shell, it's got a fin here, okay, and well, there's a lot of ergonomic shapes to it. It's like very ergonomic, very sexy with a lot of curves, okay. Yeah, and it's black lah, so I can't really see inside, but you know, just now I show you that graph, right? All the tubes that comes up to the nozzle here is actually all 3D printed, okay. It's all 3D printed. Traditional IEMs, they have the tubes as in normal tubes, but this one is actually 3D printed tubes, right? And the inside is the Envision Tech type of 3D printing lah, okay, which I'm not quite familiar with. So inside there's the tubes, the base tubes, the mid base tubes, the filter is here, I guess. I don't see the filter, and the nozzle is actually called fish mouth type nozzle, so yeah, it looks like a fish mouth, I guess. So very nice IEM. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take out my measuring rig and let's measure this and see how it graphs, right? So be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I brought out my measuring rig and my cable, my usual cable, Yingwu cable, and my coupler, and my sound card, and my foam tips. Okay, and this is the AFUL Performer 5. Alright, so let's, I've already done all the calibration, so I'm not going to put you guys to watch through all that. So let's just go straight into the measurement. So let's measure the left side first. So let's put it into the coupler. Okay, make sure the insertion is proper. Alright, so let's go to the computer, and now let's change the name for this. AFUL Performer 5. Okay, now let's check the levels. Okay, 86 dB. Now let's begin and see how it graphs. Ooh, nice. Well, the is actually elevated bass, but looks kind of linear type of graph. Okay, look at the upper mids and the presence. Okay, never mind. Let's measure the right. So let's take the left out from the coupler. Now let's put in the right side. This is the right side, and make sure again I get the right insertion. Okay, and now let's go back to the computer and let's check the levels first, and let's measure the right side. Okay, well, in fact the channel matching is really good. Well, close. Okay, but yeah, looking at this graph, okay, the bass, sub bass is elevated. The mid bass is okay. The glide to the lower mids and the mids is pretty okay. It's a pretty smooth glide. May have a bit of a bass, mid bass bleed. The upper mids and the presence is kind of flat, so I don't think there will be any sibilance on this. Well, looking at this is flat right here, as you can see, you know, the upper mids, presence, and the treble. And the brilliance, there's quite a bit of air with not much of treble, as in the presence and the energy of the treble. Okay, right, so anyway, so let's take out my iPad, okay, and let's listen to this for the first time. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I brought out my iPad. I've got my USB-C dongle from Apple, and then I've got my Yingwu cable, and I've got my CP145 ear tips, and from SpinFit, and the AFUL Performer 5. Okay, so, and of course the song I'm listening to is Golden Hour by Jake. So let's put these in the ears, see how they fit. As expected, a very comfortable fit. This is actually a very typical IEM shape, and I like that fin. The fin actually fits my ear very well. It gives me a good seal as well. Okay, so let's listen to this for the first time. Let's reset the song from the last time I've listened to it, and now volume wise, I think maybe just increase a little bit just in case. Alright, so let's begin. Piano sounds quite distant away, quite thin, natural, neutral actually. The kids and the birds chirping in the background is somewhere on this side, which is okay. And the lead singer would sound a little bit neutral as well. Not a very present type of this. Okay, the note weight itself for the lead singer, the pianos, they sound very light, but there's a lot of rumble. A lot of rumble at this part here. There's a lot of rumble, and yeah, I can feel that bass. The bass is present, but the lead singer, the pianos, they sound very neutral. Treble wise, I find that is a bit dark, as expected. It's dark, but it's not sibilant at all. I don't hear any sibilance, no shoutiness. Snapping is on this side, the finger snapping, which is correct. The soundstage on this, right? Okay, so lead singer, they sound quite distant away. Soundstage sounds quite a wide soundstage, not out of my head type of soundstage, but it's wide enough, pretty big soundstage. The clarity on this is actually quite good. I can hear very clean highs. Very clean highs. The snapping is very clean, very clear. Sound separation is precise, I would say, because I can hear the lead singer roughly here, and then the snappings on this side. The bass impact, okay, this part here got this impact, and the impact is pretty impactful. It does bleed a bit, and the rumble is pretty good. The rumble is actually very solid type of rumble, but is not a warm type of rumble. I find that this tuning is a neutral type of tuning. I don't see, or sorry, I don't hear any color. The violin's in, oh, the imaging of that. The violin, lead violin is somewhere here, and then the birds chirping here is very clear. And the kids giggling, right, is somewhere around here. This imaging is really good. The imaging on this are really good. And then now the background violins are in, and here the transition of the sonic. Okay, very good. So soundstage is, yeah, pretty wide. Okay, so let's pause the song. Okay, so what I hear from my first time listening to this is that this is a pretty neutral type of sound with a bass boost, and lead singer sounds pretty neutral and very clean, very uncolored, I would say. Bass is solid bass shelf. If you look at the graph, right, it's actually a bass elevated type of tuning, but the rest of the frequencies are kind of flat. So yeah, so, and the treble, right, is not sibilant at all. No harshness as well. But the presence is not there. The energy is also not as energetic. Is there, you know, the cymbal strikes, there's tapping there, but the tapping is not a very prominent, it's not a very noticeable type of tap, right? But it's clean, right? So and there's quite a bit of air to the treble, and the sound separation on this is actually pretty good. All right, so yeah, my very initial listen of this AFUL Performer 5. Again, this is not my full review. I'm gonna listen to this for a longer period of time, and then I'll make another video lah. Okay, right. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are entertained. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. At the same time, please subscribe to my channel. Right, so I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you guys in the full review of this AFUL Performer 5. Cheers.